How was the coronavirus eventually contained? A vaccine was developed which contained the actual virus they were trying to expel. And this was nothing new to us in Yoruba land. Our ancestors didn't just know about it, but they practiced it many centuries ago. This was before they met any white man, before they had any form of relationship with any white man whatsoever. And the white man himself would never have known of this method of inoculation if it wasn't for us who taught them. I am not giving you some grapevine or unverifiable piece of folktale. The story is all over the internet. You can go check it out. In the 16th century, when there was an outbreak of Soponna, an outbreak of smallpox in Boston, it was a black man from West Africa that saved them. He was the one who introduced the white community to inoculation. And in 2016, this man was recognized as the best Bostonians of all time. His name is Onesimus, and this is his story.
An African slave by the name of Onesimus, that is the slave name. I'm sure that if we're able to find the real name, we will be able to trace the person to the Yoruba society, because this is a part of West Africa in which the knowledge of Soponna was formalized and was widespread. So this person was in Boston and there was an outbreak of smallpox. Onesimus told his slave master that we can control this smallpox. He was asked how. When he told them, everybody laughed him to scorn. You want to control something by introducing the thing? Because you know, the Yoruba know that but that is esoteric knowledge. It is counterintuitive until you actually practice it. The people with the knowledge within the Soponna movement knew that if you take scab from the body of somebody that is infected with a smallpox, or you took fluid from the body of a person that is infected with smallpox, and you mix them with some herbs, that these herbs attenuate the microbes in the pores, in the scab, in the fluid, and they use bere to introduce those things into the body of a person they are trying to inoculate. And the person, as a matter of course, will show some signs of ailment, but then will overcome it. If the person does not overcome it, we interpret it as ori e o gba. If the person survives it, so this person now becomes somebody who is able to do a lot more in society because the person has been inoculated. So the slave master found it laughable, but he insisted. He told them that he's not going to be infected because he had already been inoculated from home. And when it was discovered that people around are dying, this man is not infected, then they started taking him a little more seriously. They finally started trying the thing out, and they found that it worked. And that was how the knowledge of vaccination and inoculation was taken from Yoruba land to Boston in the USA. At a time when Europeans were still bloodletting, when Europeans felt that if you are ill, it is because you have bad blood, which is where that proverbial statement comes, bad blood, that there's bad blood in you. And what they do is they cut and leak that bad blood out, just like you will open and leak the dirty engine oil from your car. And many people died in the process of letting out bad blood. So at a time that Europeans were bloodletting, the Yoruba had understood inoculation and vaccination, and they were using it to advantage. They were also, on the other side, using biological weaponry in the same process. This was how Boston was saved from smallpox. And Onesimus went on some hero. Nobody cared about him. Only recently, I think in the last few years, was Onesimus raised to be one of the heroes of Boston City. And I can imagine how much agony Onesimus went through before he decided to let out the knowledge, because it is an awo. It is knowledge of the awo. It's an insider knowledge that people needed to go through some process of schooling and discipline before they get them to know it, so that they do not abuse it. So I can imagine how much internal contradictions he dealt with before he released that information. Before he said, these people will just die. Let me release this information and just hope they will use it responsibly.